A local martial arts instructor recently earned his black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and we caught up with him to talk about his journey and how he's bringing the sport to the Pittsburgh community.
Pittsburgh's Andrew Browne got a bit of a late start in his martial arts career.
Well, I had an epiphany around the age of 21, and I kind of had that thing growing up, like most people in general. They think that when something goes down, I'm going to be able to just handle it. And then I had this epiphany. It's like, I don't know anything about anything. I need to actually learn how to defend myself and, take my life in a positive direction.
Now, despite his late start, Browne has worked for nearly 15 years and last month earned his black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Right before blue belt is when I stopped worrying about what belt I was going to get. I was just like, I'm just going to train. I'm going to do this the rest of my life, and when it happens, it happens. These are all my peers. I don't see myself as better than anybody in this room. If you're in here working with me, we're equal. And so they were all giving me crap. They're like, "Ooh, professor," and I'm like, "It's Andrew, guys. Come on."
With the black belt comes a step up in competition for Browne.
There's going to be guys in my division that were winning the world championships when they were in their 20s, and I'll be 36 this year. So those guys have been black belts since they were 20, 21 years old, and I just got mine. So I've got some big shoes to start filling in. But I'm up for the challenge, and I want to lead by example for my students. I don't want them to be afraid of stepping out of their comfort zone and getting out there and testing themselves.
It also means more responsibility off the mat.
It's not just about getting the belt in the martial art or you're tough or this or that. You have to hold yourself to a higher standard around people. You have to lead by example. I've got 30 adults and 10 kids in here that, whether I like it or not, they look up to me, and I have to, if it's in here, if it's out there, I try to be cordial, polite, be kind, and you have to hold yourself to a higher standard, I believe.
Browne spends most of his time passing along what he's learned to his students at Arise Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in Pittsburgh. He's hoping to give the next generation something he didn't have growing up, and maybe a chance to earn a black belt of their own.
I don't want to be the last. I want there to be more. I want every person that comes in here to achieve that, if that's what their goal is, I wish I had access to jiu-jitsu when I first started. We were at the YMCA on wrestling mats, looking YouTube videos up and learning takedowns from wrestlers. But if I had somebody to instruct me the right way and show me the small details in the beginning, it would have been amazing.
Browne teaches jiu-jitsu classes for both kids and adults in Pittsburgh. You can check out a class schedule in this story on the sports page at KOAMnewsnow.com.